Okay, here we are on my off tank for the hard mode trials team. Now if you watched my main tank video, you'll know how that was set up, but just in case you didn't, I have a Dragonite main tank in Nazare, Perfected Lucent Echoes, Glacial Guardian from Corollary, and the Perfected Dragonstar Arena Puncturing Remedy set. So how this works with that tank without stacking buffs. This tank has a job of applying major vulnerability. There's two ways to do that. Once with the Archdruid set, you can do this by heavy attacking. And the second method is by applying the backbar Glacial Colossus ultimate. This is the most common way of doing it with the Necromancer because it lasts for much longer than the Archdruid or Turning Tide debuffs. So let's go over the gear sets. I'm running the Master's Sword and Board again. I run this for the self-heal and it helps with the resistances. On the back bar and jewelry, I'm running Crimson Oath's Rive. One of the most important things you can do for your team is to strip the armor off of the enemy. So with major and minor breach, as well as the infused crusher enchantment, stripping off more armor, this set, how it works is all you have to do is be in combat and you apply a major or minor buff to yourself on your back bar. That red wave right there that just happened is a debuff that lasts for 15 seconds. And you can reproc it every 12. So there's 100% uptime for something that you're likely already going to do on your back bar, which is apply a major or minor buff or drink a potion. So this skill does it. Right here, this skill does it, or you can drink a potion. So because this only lasts for 20 seconds, when this gets to countdown, and you can do two things. You can reapply it, and it creates a corpse for you. So then, as you can see from the orbs, I'm also running Perfected Pearlescent Ward. I'm sure everybody knows what that set does. It's very common in trials. So let's go over the skills on my Necromancer. I have Defensive Stance slotted once again to increase the amount of damage you can block and reduce the cost of block. Then I have, once again, the Pierce Armor skill. This is a very strong Necromancer heal, especially for tanks, because you can basically just be standing in a fight, holding block, and you've got a spammable right here that's going to heal you. As you can see, it does a massive heal to start, and then it adds a heal over time at the end. And if you ever run into a situation where you're taking a lot of damage, this is a very cheap heal that heals for quite a bit. It's about 50% almost of my life bar just with the burst heal alone. And because I'm using mag reduction jewelry, this heal only costs 1,878 magicka. So when I have my Spirit Mender out, and I have a tripod activated, my mag recovery is 2,045. So I could literally hit this burst heal every second and not run out of magicka. That's how effective this is. Additionally, I have a scribing skill here. This is from the Mages Guild skill line, so this will also proc all of the Mages Guild passives for you. This gives a damage shield to you and your group, up to 55% of your max health. It reduces your damage taken, and then provides me with minor protection for 22 seconds. Then we have the Chilling Throw, set up to do frost damage, deflect direct damage for the next 3 seconds, and then apply Major Maim. Barrier is once again slotted to help with mag recovery. On the back bar, we have the Major and Minor Resolve skill. I use Beckoning Armor because I like to also be able to pull in enemies. That being an off-tank role, I think that's important. Then I have the Spirit Guardian to reduce damage taken, Range Taunt, and Wall of Elements. And then I have a Chain In, which I may end up moving that to the front bar and moving this to the back bar so that this minor protection skill will also proc Crimson Oath. I haven't decided that yet. But then Glacial Colossus is also on the back bar. And the reason I have Archdruid on the Necromancer is for a very good reason. This is to help with the team working together. If you have another person have Archdruid on, and not this person, let's for example show the Colossus hits, and you can see the debuff counter resets. Now he's at 14%. I'm going to heavy attack. I don't want somebody else taking the major vulnerability debuff from the Colossus. Because if you hit this right away, there's the major vulnerability, and you heavy attack with Archdruid. Okay, in this case it doesn't override it. I'm not so sure it doesn't do that if somebody else is using it. But in the other tank has Nazare, in which case you'd want to try to extend this debuff when it's finished with the ultimate. You don't want to fire Nazare until that third pound happens. I'll do this one more time so you can see. Now just pay attention to the debuff that's up there by the Precursor's life bar. Every time the Colossus hits, the major vulnerability debuff timer starts over. So you don't want to fire your Nazare until after that third pound happens. That way you can optimally extend the major vulnerability buff out as long as possible. Okay, so that's it for this build video. I've gone over the gear, I've gone over the skills, and how they gel together with the other tank in the group.